most times you have to look at people rather than looking at outside sources. And this is the main type of reflection that I feel colored people must do. However, they are, or should I say, some, if not most, if not the majority, have become so blind to who they are, they would never in their life acknowledge that there is a problem. They would say that everything is good when everything is bad. They would say they are living in peace when they are living in poverty. You could put this person in the mirror and this person would not even know they are colored. They would tell you that they are as clear as the air, as clear as the clouds, as clear as snow. And they talk that way. They behave that way. They have been convinced that that is their way of living. So much so to the point where there is this has a crippling effect on colored people who are working to restore their foundation, who are trying to bring a sense of restoration, of rebuilding families and communities. You will find that this problem is only integral within the colored community. It is not particularly pressed by whites. Rather, it is pressed by white-minded colored people who have deliberately indoctrinated themselves and convinced themselves that in order for them to be acknowledged, that they should tear their own community down, that they should bring about a level of a proof to themselves, trying to make a statement to themselves that they are better than their remaining masses. And the sad thing is, the only thing you'll draw the conclusion of, and I am very well aware that Western societies and even beyond European societies are convinced that these people have no place. Not only do they have no place within the white communities, but the core grounded black communities will not tolerate that level of false belief within a particular person. This is prevalent throughout the Western world, where these people have been ashamed and blind, and quite frankly felt that there has been no need to associate with the root struggle, with the root cause, and they believe everything they have been told. You could tell them that the fire is cold and they would jump into the fire. You could tell them that the day is night, and anywhere they go, you will find that because there is no foundation within their ability to connect with their own people, let alone white people, that this group of people remain very much problematic. And you will find actually that these groups of people exist within a quote-unquote brackets, which have been referred to by many sources and many people who control these groups of lost people without a cause, and have actually been able to draw their own wealth out of their own pursuits to lose their identity. And this is the issue that you will find has been faced, and sadly, you will never even be able to conclude anything from these issues, because the lifespan, or should I say, the potential of these people are very much short. They are shortened to the point where sadly, there is nobody who is willing to help bounce them or even accept them. They will never fall on the black community for as long as we have been made aware that these groups of people exist. And they certainly are incapable of climbing up to a mountain top that have already built barriers and strict rules regarding who in particular can be part of their collective. And the main the thing you will actually find with a group of people who pursue this level of cause is at the end of the day, there are only lessons that can be learned from colored people, especially people who perhaps are trying to figure out their way around economies, societies, and the only lessons you can really understand is you really cannot force yourself or try and convince yourself that something is red when in reality it's blue, when something is left when in reality it's right. The truths have to be acknowledged, and they have to be willingly. There needs to be an appropriate plan in order to develop a realization that there is a potential, that there is hope, that there is foundation that can be established if this mindset, or should I say this way of living, is acknowledged, but will not be put under the stress of brainwashed masses who perhaps have been convinced that they are everything but colored, who have been convinced that they have no root cause to helping the problem. And you will find that it is only within the colored group that there is a analogy I like to refer to. It's like crabs in a bucket, where there is a crab climbing out of the bucket, trying to live on his own or her own, or the crab's terms. And you will find that for as long as crabs try to climb out of that bucket, the remaining crabs in the bucket are always bringing the crab trying to climb out of the bucket back to the trap, the barriers, the restrictions. So these are the main reasons as to why you will find that it is appropriate to actually understand how there is nothing to be ashamed of, that there is no reason to actually feel that just because you aren't accepted in one area, perhaps you may in fact be accepted amongst other areas. And the discovery, the journey to realizing acceptance, it's something that begins with yourself. This has nothing to do with the world or a group of people. Rather, these are groups, or should I say, family matters, or even independent matters, which can in fact be solved with that ability. And once you come to that realization, that just being firm and just understanding that this is not the end. As a matter of fact, it might not even be the beginning. There will be opportunity, there will be potential, there will be hope, there will be, I would say, the realization that the growth aspects of what colored people have been looking for is actually something that can be established within developing that sense of independence. And that way, there will be no problems caused between any of these ongoing circumstances where one group wants to live one way and another group wants to live another way.